We have Ahmad Nawaz with us from Redmond, and he's going to do a potato halwa. Did I do that right?
Yes.
Okay. What is a halwa?
Well, the origin of halwa comes actually from the Middle East.
Okay.
And early in around the 1500s or so, the Mughals who came to India invaded India from the Middle East and Asia Minor. Traders from that time brought the dish to India. Now, the way the Middle Eastern people make it is they use ground sesame and honey.
Okay.
And occasionally they'll put nuts in it. But the Indians improvise and they introduce the concept of putting vegetables into the halwa.
Ah.
So basically some of the more popular varieties are carrot halwa and made with potatoes, yams, zucchini.
I've heard it, yeah. I mean, they're desserts.
Yeah. They're really
right.
popular desserts in India.
See, I told you we had more desserts. Or Kathy.
So tell us, what are we going to do here? Right? I see we've got some stuff going on here.
Yes, so first you take about 9 ounces of potatoes.
Okay.
I'm using a small quantity because it's really sweet and you don't want to make too much of it. And you mash the potatoes. So this is one of them that's already been mashed, and then we can peel the other one.
And that's pre-cooked, so you can just
Yes, you
skin it
boil
right
the
off.
potatoes. And I prefer boiling them with the jackets on because more of the nutrients stay in the potato.
Absolutely, and because you can take off
and
less
more
of
the flavor is there.
Less
so,
of the potato when you're peeling it, yeah.
So,
oh yeah, that peels nicely.
yeah, it's really easy.
And I see some cardamom over there, too.
Yes, cardamom is used. You grind up 3 pods of cardamom and you put that with the sugar in a spice grinder while the potatoes are boiling.
Okay.
And first you put the cardamom in and you grind it really well. Then you incorporate the sugar into the spice grinder. And
George, why don't you hold up a cardamom pod and we can...
This right here?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we can get a shot
me
of
for
those.
reaching
For
in
people
front
that
of you
don't know
there.
what cardamom looks like, I'll just kind of crack one open.
there are actually 2 types of cardamom. One is
Yes.
green and the other is brown.
Right.
And this is the kind of variety that's used more popularly in these types of dishes.
So, can we see that?
Oh, it's got little seeds
Yeah.
inside.
It's
kinda.
got seeds inside.
Kind of
and
pop out there like that.
You could use just the seeds by themselves, but I prefer using the pods.
You want to smell that?
Yes.
It's really fragrant.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Isn't that
wonderful.
nice?
It's not particularly pleasant if you chew on one of them because
okay,
it's,
I was going to try that, and I won't now.
So once you've mashed the potatoes, you ground the cardamom with the sugar.
Okay.
You go ahead and take the potatoes in a heavy-based pan, and you add half a cup of milk.
Okay.
And you sort of continue stirring it until you have sort of a mashed potato consistency.
Right.
So probably another minute or so.
Okay.
Once that is done, then we will go ahead and add the butter and the sugar and the cardamom mixture.
Are we going to saute something too?
Yes.
Okay. Should we do that while we're waiting for this?
Maybe we can just...
I can turn that up a little bit.
Okay. Maybe on medium heat.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably
That looks
melt the
good.
butter in the...
Okay. That's very interesting. That's very cool. So if you were making this with, say, carrots, you would just have boiled carrots?
Yes, I have not made the carrot version, but I do hear that it's a lot more cumbersome than this version. You basically have to cook it so that it becomes mush, and that takes about a couple of hours.
And I've turned that down because we're getting a little dark there, so... Okay.
That's ready.
All right.
And then you take that and transfer it to a saute pan.
Okay.
And you go ahead and add the butter.
Okay.
And you add the cardamom sugar mixture.
Okay.
And you just continue stirring that.
Wow.
Sort of folding it.
So that's let's do. Can we do that? So it's this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we put that in here, right?
Sure.
Or is that right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've never made this before, so make sure I've got it down right. Okay. So then that goes into a saute pan. After that's like a nice mashed potato-y. Okay.
Consistency. Then
Okay.
you add the butter.
All right.
And you add the milk.
Okay.
The sugar powder mixture.
Okay. And that is regular sugar.
That's granulated sugar that you grind with the cardamom.
And then it turns all fluffy like this when you grind it. Oh. Very cool. I'll let you stir that. Now, do we want to be cooking this or is this done?
No, that's not done.
Okay.
That should be a medium heat.
Okay. Turn that up a little bit. This is new adventures with potatoes for me.
Indeed
Yeah.
it is.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
this dish was back in the late 1800s. There was a class of Hindu Brahmins.
Uh-huh.
Brahmins are a caste of the Hindu religion, and they first started making it with vegetables. And the dish they called it Mitran de Halwa.
Mitran?
Mitran de Halwa. And not sure what that means, but
This.
I'll
You
take
got that? Okay, great. Thanks, George.
You bet.
What am I supposed to be doing here? This?
yes,
Okay.
just continue folding it.
When Kathy says, "What am I doing?" We are really in uncharted
We are really
territory
doing
here.
something new if I'm asking what am I
Uncharted
doing.
Territory.
Wow.
And you can get the fragrance of the saffron from the dish.
Okay. Very exotic. Cardamom, saffron, potatoes.
Saffron, by the way, is the most expensive spice in the world.
Yes.
It goes for about $5,000 a pound.
Holy mackerel!
But just a little thread or two will do you.
Yeah, it's quite potent.
So where did you learn how to cook this?
I got this recipe from a good friend of mine. Her name is Saba, and she is in Geneva, Switzerland. And she's a great cook. And I asked her if she knew any potato recipes, and she sent it over and got selected.
Wow. A little browning there. Take that little bit off. So what's my goal here?
Your goal is for it to dry a little bit
Okay.
more.
I see. This is fun, George.
You can see how this is.
It really gets into almost a solid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, you can see how this mixture over here with the milk is sort of becoming more
More just like
solid
yeah.
consistency.
You bet.
Glossy. Wow. And then, so this is served as a dessert.
This is served as a dessert, and you top it with the pistachio and the almonds.
Okay. And then, what do you like to serve it with?
I would
Traditional
probably
coffee
go with,
tea?
I'd probably go with, say, chicken tikka,
Okay.
which is basically chicken shish kebabs, and
You'd have
maybe
this afterwards with maybe a hot
this is
beverage?
like a dessert,
Yeah.
that you have later on. Some people prefer eating it cold. Some people prefer eating it warm.
Oh.
I prefer it warm.
Okay.
And you can also have it for the menu. You can also have something like spinach with Indian cheese.
I love that.
Oh.
I
That's-
love that. You know,
and rice and dal.
British Columbia has such great Indian restaurants.
Yes,
Up
they
there.
do.
We have some very good ones here in Seattle too, but especially in
Turn
Vancouver.
this down now.
Turn that down a little bit. Okay. Look at that.
That looks almost done.
Okay.
So,
So can we get a shot of the one that I'm doing so we can see what it looks like when it's almost finished? Okay. All right, so I'll swap you pans. How's
Oh,
that?
that does cook up awfully fast,
Yeah.
really. It moves right along.
Cool. All right, so what are we doing now?
So we dish it in a
Yeah.
platter.
Okay.
I'll let you do that.
All right. Get the spatula there.
Sort of flatten it out.
Okay.
How many people would that serve?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Because it's very sweet
very
and
rich,
rich.
yes.
So
Ah,
just
okay.
a little squiggle will do you, huh?
Yes.
Little bites, in other
Yes.
words.
A little pistachio.
And then garnish
I
it.
love pistachios.
I do
They're So
too.
good.
Smell it.
Okay. In Indian cuisine, you use a lot of rose water too, don't you?
Yes, it's we use 2 types of fragrant liquids. One is rose water, and the
Uh-huh.
other is a screw pine
Screw pine.
liquid.
Oh,
They call it kera.
Oh, I've
in
never had that,
Hindi.
I don't
yeah.
think.
They're very similar in
Uh-huh.
fragrance, and they both use some certain types of dishes and some for another.
wow.
Ready?
Okay. This is gonna be hot now, so be careful, George.
I will. Can't wait to
Ooh.
try it.
Be careful.
Wow. That is good. Yummy.
Fantastic.
That's delicious.
No wonder you have people who keep
Very
coming over
good.
to your
Very
house all
good.
the time.
Oh,
Oh.
that is so good.
And it is rich. You know, a small teaspoon is a lot.
You
Not
need another
quite-
one before
yes,
we go over
uh-huh.
to the camera?
Exactly.
I'll get a bite too.
Okay. Here. We got-
Here. There you go.
Just wonderful. Okay, I
You're gonna
better
be
make
happy
sure
with
that
it,
I'm
too.
still stirring this one over
That's
here
good.
because we want to have a little taste for
All
everybody.
right. Now, you haven't heard of this dish before, and you're going to say, "Oh, gee, I don't know if I want to try that in my kitchen." Why not? Why wouldn't you want to try that?
I'm going to make that.
Isn't that good? That
It's
turned out
very
excellent.
fun. Very good.